Well, tonight the entertainment world is remembering legendary actress June Lockhart. She died Thursday at the age of 100.
Beloved television mom for generations of viewers being remembered in Hollywood tonight. June Lockhart has died. She was 100 years old.
She was the warm smile that welcomed America home. Each week, the steady voice that turned danger into hope, and the kindness that lit every scene. On October 23, 2025, June Lockhart died peacefully at her Santa Monica home, at 100, closing a remarkable chapter in Hollywood history. This is the story of a performer whose life bridged the golden age of film and the digital age of television, and whose grace made generations believe in family, courage, and quiet strength. Early life and roots. June Lockhart was born June 25, 1925, in New York City, into a household where scripts and rehearsals were as common as breakfast. Her father, Gene Lockhart, a Canadian-American actor known for Wilderness, and dozens of film roles, taught by example that craft mattered. Her mother, Kathleen Lockhart, an English-born actress with luminous poise, modeled discipline and serenity on stage and off. Acting wasn't a dream. In June's home, it was the air she breathed. By 8, she was performing on stage, not from pressure, but curiosity and joy. At Westlake School for Girls in Beverly Hills, she studied algebra and literature by day and absorbed the rhythms of a theatrical family at night. She watched her parents prepare, then deliver, truth to an audience. The lesson stuck. Acting was a promise to be honest, and the work behind that promise was sacred. Her film debut came in 1938 with A Christmas Carol, playing opposite both parents. The three Lockharts, on one set, felt prophetic. A family craft passed hand to hand. Through the 1940s, the camera greeted her natural calm and open warmth. Audiences trusted her, and that trust became the bedrock of a long career that would travel from black and white cinema to color television, and, later, to the pixel-bright world of streaming and voice acting. Career across eras. June Lockhart's career spanned 9 decades, a walking timeline of American entertainment. Early supporting turns in Meet Me in St. Louis, Sergeant York, and The Yearling taught precision and restraint. In 1946, she carried She-Wolf of London, proving she could lead a film with quiet authority. Yet television would anchor her legacy. The small screen doesn't just show a performer. It invites them into the living room. June made herself at home there. As Ruth Martin on Lassie, she became America's television mother. Every Sunday evening, she met trouble with calm and lifted, a child's world with steadiness and hope. She didn't play. Ruth so much as embody a familiar ideal, tender, yet firm, practical, and brave. Her face and voice joined the nation's family album in the 1950s and 1960s. Then, she stepped from farm fields to the stars. As Dr. Maureen Robinson. In Lost in Space, she widened the maternal ideal into leadership and intellect. Maureen was a scientist and stabilizing force, a partner in exploration who balanced compassion with competence. Week after week, June showed that a woman could be the heart and the backbone of an adventure story, a message that echoed in the imaginations of future engineers, artists, and dreamers. Her arrival on Petticoat Junction, as Dr. Janet Craig fused authority with accessibility again. June made warmth and professionalism look like natural companions. Over the years, she appeared in series from General Hospital to Full House, from Grey's Anatomy to Las Vegas, adjusting to new tones and formats without losing her center. Late career voice roles, cameos, and fan events kept her present with audiences who had carried her characters in their hearts for decades. Recognition followed, but she wore it lightly. She earned 2 Emmy nominations and won the 1948 Tony Award for Love or Money, later donating the trophy to the Smithsonian, turning a private honor into public heritage. The deeper achievement was consistency. She stayed prepared, generous, and modern, a bridge from old Hollywood's glow to the kaleidoscope of the 21st century. Personal life and values. June Lockhart tuned her life to grace, curiosity, and quiet strength. She married John F. Maloney in 1951, and their daughters, Anne Kathleen and June Elizabeth, became her true north. The marriage ended in 1959, but motherhood remained her center. Later that year, she married architect John C. Lindsay. They parted in 1970. She did not remarry, yet she was never alone in any meaningful way. Her circles of family, friends, and colleagues were full, and she nurtured them carefully. Anne Lockhart followed her into acting, sometimes sharing the screen with her mother. Those collaborations were more than credits. They were conversations across generations. June believed career and family weren't rivals. She balanced both with the poise. She brought to set, prepared, present, and compassionate. Her curiosity stretched beyond entertainment. From the late 1950s into the early 2000s, she attended presidential briefings, following American politics with an attentive, non-performative interest. In 1985, she met Pope John Paul II, accompanied by Anne and the actress Kaylin, an encounter she called one of the most moving of her life. The moment captured her outlook, respectful, inquisitive, open. For someone rooted in old Hollywood, her tastes could be delightfully modern. She loved rock music and once took her Lost in Space. Co-stars to see the Allman Brothers at the Whiskey, a Go-Go. A story fans treasured for the contrast between dignified Maureen Robinson and a woman cheering on a club floor. Kind but never timid, she pushed back when public figures spoke harshly, especially about the circumstances of someone's death, insisting on decency in discourse. Compassion, to her, was a form of strength. On the morning of October 23, 2025, June Lockhart died of natural causes at home. In Santa Monica, 4 months after celebrating her 100th birthday. Family, friends, and multi-generational fans marked the day with the gratitude. She often expressed herself. Her passing was serene and dignified, in step with the life she led. Family, home, and heart. Her daughters, Anne and June Elizabeth, were her pride and grounding. Anne, known to many for Battlestar Galactica, often described her mother as both teacher and best friend. Advice in their house was gentle and precise. Laughter arrived easily. The Santa Monica home was a gathering place, where stories from Hollywood's golden days mingled with ordinary joys, shared meals, pets weaving between legs, music a bit too loud, and the comfortable quiet of people who love one another. June adored her grandchildren. She encouraged curiosity, sent books, attended school events when possible, and celebrated small milestones, the glue of family life. She listened first, clapped loudest, and lingered after everyone else had gone. Holidays became a living scrapbook. Photos on the walls, favorite anecdotes told and embellished, and June's amused look when a tale grew taller. Her family often said she never lost her sense of wonder. She could recall the old studio system and ask sharp questions about streaming platforms. She remembered the discipline of live theater and, with equal interest, the improvisations of a late-night talk show. Through it all, she stayed the same. attentive, gracious, and ready to comfort anyone who needed it. In a business famous for reinvention, her most striking consistency was character, legacy, and cultural impact. June Lockhart's impact on American culture is difficult to measure and easy to feel. As one of the last living links to Hollywood's golden age, she embodied an industry learning to speak, sing, and dream in ever-new ways. She began in black-and-white cinema, moved with confidence into mid-century television, and remained present into the era of high-definition and streaming. That long arc mattered not just for its length, but for what it represented: steadiness amid change, ethics beside ambition. Her roles offered a model of womanhood that rejected false choices. In Lassie, she was a moral center without sanctimony, a mother who recognized danger and chose gentleness. Anyway, in Lost in Space, she helped pioneer science fiction television, proving that authority and empathy can share the same character, and that exploration requires both mind and heart. In Petticoat Junction, she portrayed a woman professional who was warm and decisive, blending care with clarity. Honors traced that influence. On a single February day in 1960, she received 2 stars on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, one for motion pictures and one for television, an elegant nod to her range. In 2013, NASA awarded her the Exceptional Public Achievement Medal for inspiring interest in space. Exploration, a public recognition of what millions already sensed. She made science feel human and the future feel welcoming. Across decades, audiences trusted her to guide them through uncertainty and family trials. She played listeners, characters who steadied others without grand speeches, who modeled patience as courage. In a landscape that often prizes spectacle over soul, her performances suggested that the most lasting power can be quiet. She became a kind of cultural memory, of home, of compassion, of the steadiness that makes adventure possible. Her legacy is still present tense. Writers craft characters, echoing her balance of warmth and resolve. Actors study how she placed a word or softened a look without softening conviction. Fans return to her episodes for reassurance. As much as nostalgia, she showed that dignity isn't decorative, it's a discipline, and she practiced it with a light touch that made it look effortless. A gentle farewell. As the final credits of her life rolled, a gentle hush followed. The pause after a beautiful story, and before ordinary life resumes. June Lockhart's passing was not only the loss of a distinguished actress, it marked the quiet closing of a beloved chapter. In Hollywood's storybook, she lived with elegance, she worked with purpose, she loved without measure. Those who grew up with her shows, and those who discovered them later, carry her in memory. The mother who offered comfort, the scientist who faced the unknown, the performer who believed in goodness, at the center of family, and the thrill at the edge of exploration. Good night, June Lockhart. For many of us, home still sounds like your voice, and courage still looks like your calm. The stars feel a little brighter tonight, because Maureen Robinson has gone home. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to Epoch Dive for more amazing documentaries.